Welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful Monday and happy Tuesday. So yesterday we talked about finding outcomes in their sample spaces. And today you're going to use probabilities to describe the likelihood of an event happening, okay? And this is what you usually talk about when you're talking about probability and stats here, okay? So, I'm not going to use that. That's going to be a distraction. Okay? So, a probability can be expressed as a percentage, as a decimal, as a fraction between 1 and 0. So you can say there's a 50% chance of rain tomorrow, or there's a 100% chance you're going to have to pay taxes. Okay? Or you could say there's a 0.5% chance of it being cloudy tomorrow. Or you could say there's a 1/2 chance, or, there's 1/2 of a chance of flipping a head when you're flipping a fair coin, okay? So, speaking of which, I guess I should have read ahead a little bit here. Find the probability of a coin landing on its head. Okay, we know that. It's 50% chance, right? Because there's one side or the other side. So there's a 50% chance. Or I could write it as 1/2, right? Or I could write it as 0.5. And the same would go for heads or tails, right? Both of them are equally likely, okay? That's called a fair coin, okay? So one or the other. What's the probability of the coin landing on heads and tails? Now that's impossible, right? The coin can't be both on heads or tails. So this is a 0% chance, right? Okay, or just 0 if you want it as a decimal. Okay, you really wouldn't write 0 as a fraction. 0 is just 0. Or technically this is written as a fraction, so you're all set there. Okay, so the coin cannot be heads and tails at the same time. Okay, so when rolling a fair-sided die, what is the probability of rolling a 4? Well, rolling a 4 would be a 1 out of 6 chance, right? Because there's 6 total spots and 1 chance of getting a 4. Okay. What's the probability of rolling a 7 on a fair-sided die? 0, right? You can't roll a 7 on a fair-sided die, right? Unless you got some weird die, but we're talking about the 1 through 6 die. Okay. So when you're finding the probability of an event, you label it probability of event A. So that's what this P parenthesis A is, okay? So A is the event. So sometimes they'll even write, what's the probability of getting a head in a coin, right? Or what's the probability of getting a tail, okay? So that's just the way they write it. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know I'm right over there for him. Just another way to find the probability of something, okay? So when you want to find the probability of something, we've done this before, so this should be pretty familiar. It's the number of outcomes favorable to event A. So how many things are happening in event A? So if you wanted to roll the even numbers for a die, you would have 3 options, right? If you wanted to roll the numbers 1 through 3, you'd also have 3 options, anything like that. Over the total number of outcomes, and that's your sample space. So when you're rolling a die, you have 6 options, right? There's 6 outcomes. So that's the bottom number. So basically, it's what you want over the total, okay? All right, so here's our example. A pebble is picked from random from a bag containing 6 gray pebbles, 9 white pebbles, and 5 tan pebbles. Let B be the event of picking a white pebble. So I always like to find my total first. So it's the probability of event B, okay, because they call let B be the event, okay. So it's going to be a white pebble. Pebble, not pebble. There we go. Those are B's, not P's. Over the total, right? The white pebble part's easy because we know we have 9 white pebbles, right? And I have to do 6 plus 9 plus 5, so it's going to be 11, so it's going to be 20. Okay? So there's 20 total things, so 9 out of 20. And I can't reduce that fraction at all, okay? Now I want you to express the fraction as a percent. Now I'm going to do the shortcut way. You could do long division, right? Do 20 into 9.00 and do it the long way. But I know that 20, it's really easy to make 20 look like 100, right? I just multiply it by 5. Whatever I do at the bottom, I must do the top. So 9 times 5 is 45 over 100. So this would be equal to 45%, right? Easy enough. So if the bottom number can easily get to 100, no big deal. Ooh, wrong water bottle. That would have been gross. Okay, go ahead and try your exit slit. Find the probability of X. Okay. So, not too bad. Shouldn't take you too long. And then you can practice some Khan Academy when you're done with your homework, okay? Have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.